A relationship will not enhance you and it will not diminish you. It's just a relationship. And be careful of the mainstream conditioning too, which is you must find your other half. All of you single people, who here is single, raise your hand. Oh, all of you single people, you are half people. You're 50%. You don't like this? Don't you like those little heart-shaped necklaces where there's one half and the other half? It's in the movies. Don't you cry and tear up when you hear, you complete me? So beautiful, two halves coming together. That's the conditioning. But what does it really say? What I just said here. You are a half. You are incomplete. You are 50% and you have to find your other 50%. Or you will live a life of 50%. Is that what you want, you little half? It's terrible. What does that lead to, funny enough? Attachment. Meaning, say you were to find that other 50%. The power of love. Now we're 100% together. Okay, you'll get a little high, but immediately attachment, fear of loss. What if that other half leaves you now? Then you're back to being a pathetic little 50%. You don't want that, do you? No. So there's this attachment, this fear of loss, and it will also lead to manipulation. More often than not, it's unconscious manipulation, but different ways to try to keep your partner there. And if they feel the same way, there's my other half, you're both going to be doing it to each other. Now, this can also lead to people going through horrible times in relationships and even tolerating terrible behavior in relationships. It's worth it. My partner's beating me, but I don't want to be a 50% half. No, I'll just take it for the greater good. And someone's like, that's not okay. What are you doing? It's better than being a 50% half. Then breakup happens. No, I'm less of a person. I just want my ex back. Then I'll be 100% again. What? No. Now, if you think of even love, do people like that experience love? No. They experience that attachment, that craving. What is love? Sounds cheesy, but it's true. It's not two halves. It's two whole people coming together. And together, there's a certain synergy that happens called love. Meaning, hey, it's great, love being with you. But if this were to end, I'm still 100%, I'm still whole. That's the key. This is, now if this stings, good. It means it's triggering a part of you. That's something you can let go of. But realize that right now, you don't need someone to complete you. You are already complete. And then it's analyzing all the conditioning, all the lies that you might have bought into, that might have been programmed into you, that have convinced you you are a 50%. You are not. You are 100%. Now, with a breakup, remind yourself of this too. This doesn't diminish me. This doesn't diminish me. If you feel diminished, it's because you are doing it to you. You are lying to yourself, and you are gaslighting yourself into it. They left me. I'm incomplete. I need them, or else. Why? And that's why the most important question is always why? Listen to that part of you. Why? Sure, it might not be fun. Sure, there's a grieving phase. That too. Feel the grief. Anyone who goes through a breakup and is like, meh, I'm good. No, I'm 100% anyway. No. There's still a grieving phase. If you don't feel hurt after a breakup, you were never really in a relationship. You were never vulnerable. You never really opened up and truly connected with a person. No, there's still a grieving phase. You're going to go through that. A quote that I love, by the way, if you are going through a breakup, is from a Marvel show that goes along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing, what is grief but the continuation of love? If you really love someone and it's over, yeah, there's a grieving phase. Doesn't mean you are less, but there's a grieving phase, and you must allow yourself to feel your way through it. If you stuff it down, it'll run you. And that too, be careful of how often we just stuff things down and bypass, try to skip, right? It's like if you're watching some crazy like war movie, it's like someone's running and it's like, poof, shot in the leg, and instead of, okay, let's stop and heal the leg, it's like, let's keep going, poof, shot in the other leg, we can do this, poof, shot down, crawl, we can do this, all these wounds, I won't feel it, keep going. That's how people live their lives. Think about it, not just with breakups, but all these things that we just refuse to feel. It's like, just toughen up, keep on going. What kind of life is that? At some point you have to stop, and that's also a lot of this work. It's stop and allow yourself to feel the things a younger version of you perhaps resisted feeling. Acknowledge the wounds that maybe a younger version of you is like, we don't have time. And also, to be clear, sometimes you don't have time. Sometimes, like I said, with the war example, poof, you're shot, and there's still bullets flying. You don't have time to be like, hey, Julien said to heal. Let's sit down and take our time. No, sometimes, yeah, you have to fight through. But then as soon as you're safe, now heal it versus keep going. Very important, by the way. So no, there is still a grieving phase. But in the end, remember, nothing out there can enhance you or diminish you. Now, with that 50% example, we used relationships. It doesn't just apply to relationships. It also applies to success, money. Any broke people in here? Who's broke? Raise your hand. Own it. Okay. All of you little broke people, you are even less than 50% broke. You need your other half, called money. That will complete you. Haven't you seen the motivational videos? Private jets. Don't you think that would complete you? Yeah. Imagine how much better you would be as a person if you could just pose in front of a rented jet. It would change your life. Anyone not have a massive business empire? Raise your hand. Who here doesn't have a massive business empire? Worse than 50%. You need that. Anyone not famous? Who here is not famous? Oh, fame would complete you. Oh my gosh, it would make your life so much better. That's what's missing. Really, it's insane. But it's the same pattern. I'll be happy when. I'll be complete when. And if that runs you, you're also very susceptible to being manipulated and pimped out. It's very easy to be just dangle that other, you want money? Here's the way. Just follow my formula and you'll get the private jet too. Now, here's what you'll also see. You might think, to be clear, if you're completely broke, you might think like, oh man, money would really help. Money would help in terms of comfort. That is it. It will make your life more comfortable. But does comfort equal fulfillment? Yes or no? No. If you don't like yourself when you're broke, you will not like yourself when you're rich. You'll just be living a much more comfortable life, but you'll still feel incomplete within. For real. Let it land. And what will it also help you do? It'll help you fulfill the different patterns that run you. Meaning if right now you're broke, you don't like yourself, and maybe you're like, you know what, it's Friday night, I'm just gonna go to the bar and just drink beers. Okay, you can do that. Or maybe you can't even afford that. You're like, I'm just gonna go to the cheapest place and buy the big basket of beer, or I'll make my own moonshine at home. Okay, now you have tons of money. You can go to the nice bars, craft cocktails, but it's the same pattern. You're just numbing yourself. Maybe now you're distracting yourself with a PlayStation. You have tons of money, now you can distract yourself with a private jet or a yacht and travel around. But it's still the same pattern. You also get numb to it, you get used to it. Doesn't affect anything. Now, does it mean don't go for money? No, by all means go for it. The same with a relationship. Just because it doesn't enhance you, does that mean, okay, screw all relationships? No, go for it. But once more, don't make it mean something about you. And in the end, you are always left with your relationship to yourself in the present moment. That is it. If you don't love yourself now, you won't love yourself then. And it applies to everything. If right now you're not a fan of the way you look, anyone here want to get in better shape? Anyone here like not very, oh, you little less than 50%ers. You will be so much more enhanced the healthier you are. Now, it won't enhance you. Does it mean, okay, screw that then? No, by all means, go and get healthy. Go for it. Yeah, there's also long-term benefits to being healthy, but it won't enhance your worth. It won't make you love yourself more. Back to what we talked also about before, you are a parent and child. There's you and your inner child.
Now, before things start getting intense here, if you're looking to go through a similar process yourself and receive direct feedback from me personally, no matter where you find yourself in the world, then click the link below this video right now and apply for online coaching. This is my signature program, so click the link and I'll see you in there.
Would you love your kid less if your kid put on weight? Oh, Daddy, you're banished from this house. Go to the gym, come back, and then I'll love you. Would you say that? No. I know, I go extreme with it just so it stings. But do you perhaps say that to you? You look at yourself in the mirror, I put on weight. Oh, you disgusting pig. Would you say that to someone else, your own kid? No. Would you love your kid any less? No. The same with making mistakes in life. If my daughters make a mistake, am I going to love them less? Oh, mistake. No. Now, I don't necessarily have to approve of the behavior. I can disapprove of it, but I'm still going to love them. If my daughters never have the rented private jet, am I going to be like, oh, it's disappointment? No. I'll love you so much more if you had money, kid. No. You're not famous enough, kid. It's terrible. Now, back to you, think of all the requirements. Because it's not just one. It's what is that other half that I need to get, that compensation. And to go a bit deeper on this, where did this all come from? Well, think back to your childhood. This, you. You're born, you come into this world whole. You are 100%, right? You could argue you are the infinite coming into the physical. You're in your mother's belly, you see the light, and you crawl and you come out and welcome to life. You're here. Now, you enter this world, but it's also a very harsh reality if you think about it. Right? You're like, here's the light, finally I'm born. And maybe the doctor's like, cry. You're like, what's this? Welcome. Then you realize that in reality you thought you were free, but you're a prisoner to your parents or whoever is raising you. That's true, by the way. If you put yourself in the child's perspective, you are a prisoner. My daughters are prisoners. If I tell them it's bedtime, do they have a say? But they're like, no, Daddy, we're staying up all night long. No, you're going to bed. Daddy, I want to go on the screens like all the other kids. I want an iPad 24/7 like the other kids. No screens. But Daddy, no. Prisoner. I want to eat the French fries every day, every lunch, every breakfast, every dinner. Nope. Why? Prisoner. Get it? Now, this is my personal view. Your job as a parent is ultimately, you have 18 years to prepare your children to be free from the prison and enter society and the world. That's your job, to make sure that they are ready. That they are ready emotionally, that they have a high level of self-esteem, that they love themselves, that they have boundaries, that they respect themselves, that they also understand how the world works, that they have the right mindset, so on and so forth. Now, think about it too in terms of, just a little side note when it comes to parenting, because you'll see people go two routes on the two extremes. One parent will go the extreme, harsh, discipline prison guard, meaning go to bed, blah, 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 like just really harsh to the kid. Now, the other prisoner will let the kid, the guard will let the prisoner or the kid walk all over them. Whatever you want, kid. Your job is to get them ready, but not ruin the relationship, so that when they leave the prison, you still have a very solid connection to your child. Otherwise, if you go too harsh, the kid leaves, they'll never speak to you again. So it's very nuanced. But as a child, that's your experience. You also depend on the prison guards for survival. What happens if whoever's raising you just stops making food and giving you food? What if whoever's raising you just kicks you out of the house? Can you survive on your own? No, you die. So immediately you're like, what is this? Oh boy, I better please these prison guards or I'm gonna die. So what if, now, is that true? Not necessarily. The parent's not gonna be like, get out, I hope. But the child doesn't know that. As a kid, you have a very limited perception on the world. You don't always make the right assessment, like assumptions. So they might believe that. Now, let's just say you're at the dinner table and everyone's having a blast and you just look a little sad. You feel a little sad. And your parent looks at you and says, hey, why are you so sad? Be happy. You're kind of bringing the mood down. Now that's it. Or maybe you're out at a restaurant and you're a little loud. You're expressive. You're a kid. You're laughing. And maybe you're making a mess with the food. And your parent's like, hey, shh, shh, shh. You're too loud. You're making a mess again. Now, they could even say it in the most gentle way. Hey, you're a little too loud. Can you keep it down, please? Right? That's the objective way they say it. Maybe as a kid, how might you interpret that? Shut up or I'll kick you to the curb. I don't love you right now when you're too loud. Is that true? Not necessarily. But for them, it might be. So suddenly, being loud is something that threatens their survival. Ooh, if I'm loud, I'm not getting approval or love from whoever's raising me. And if they don't approve or love me, they might kick me out. And if they kick me out, I die because I can't survive on my own. So how do you cope? What do you do? Well, you start creating a split within, where there is the acceptable you. Whenever you are being all these aspects, this part of you, you get external approval. Whenever you're loud, sad, or whatnot, you don't get that approval. And every single person does this, by the way. We all have an acceptable and unacceptable. And just because I say unacceptable, it doesn't mean actually unacceptable. It could be anything. You might be creative as a child, and you love drawing and creating or painting or singing or dancing. And at some point, your parents sit you down, they're like, hey, it's time to get serious. You're never gonna get a job doing that. Stop wasting time on these childish things. Grow up. Grow up, Peter Pan. You're like, okay. Can't be creative. That's bad. If I'm creative, it threatens my survival. Later on in class, maybe you're into someone, and all the classmates find out. Julien and Sally sitting in a tree. He likes Sally. I'm like, no. And because from your limited perspective, the classroom's the world, you're like, well, the part of me that shows interest in people threatens my survival. Split. So there's 1,000,001 things. The bigger the split, the lower your level of self-esteem, by the way. So all of us have this. And this leads us to do what? Well, one, you'll never feel like you're good enough because you can't be all that is you. You'll never feel at home in your body because you can't be all that is you. You can't fully love yourself because there's all this defect shit inside of you. Why was I made this way? What's wrong with me? I'm not good enough. I can't love myself. And then you might embark on this journey of compensating. Okay, there's a solution. Maybe if I just make this half a little bit bigger, not by re-owning and dissolving the split, but by adding more. And this is where we throw success, money, relationships, you name it. It could be anything. Approval. We try to compensate for all this bad stuff. And you'll see people again chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing. And then there's that need, whatever you add to it, don't leave me, which is also crazy. You'll see people who are rich more paranoid about money than broke people. I can't lose a penny. I can't, because there's still that same scarcity compensation under it. And then there's also the fear that's forever there of, what if someone sees past all of this and sees this side of me? That's the cause. How do you free yourself? Not by compensating, because it doesn't matter how much you compensate, you're still compensating. You free yourself, as I said before, by dissolving this split and re-owning all the things that you previously disowned, all the unacceptable things. unacceptable aspects, unacceptable thoughts, beliefs, emotions, unacceptable experiences, aka past traumatic experiences. Re-own, re-own, re-own. Now, when I say re-own, does it mean, like say in here, there's a past traumatic experience, something terrible that happened to you, okay? And for you at the time, you're like, even acknowledging this experience threatens my own survival. So nope, never happened. Disown, disown, not feel, not feel. Does it mean now, hey, you got to re-own the unacceptable side? Does that mean that you must now think of that experience as acceptable? Yes or no? No, of course not. It's still not okay, unacceptable. But it means acknowledging that it did happen and that that aspect is still you. Doesn't mean saying it's good or bad. It's saying acknowledge and be all that is you. The good, the yucky, the messiness, all of it. The more you do that, and that is through letting go, and it's very hard to also identify this side because you stuff it down, you bury it, and there are layers and layers and layers of resistance around it. So it's very challenging, but the more you do that, the more you dissolve this split. The more you dissolve it, right, if here it's like no longer 100, you're 50%, the higher that percentage goes. The less needy you become towards all these things, and the more comfortable you are within yourself. The more you also love yourself, the more whole you feel. That's this work. It's not enhancing yourself. It's dissolving and being all that is you. It's changing the relationship with yourself. And that is true confidence. Because otherwise it's out there, it's artificial. And anything out there too, if you hang on to your confidence out there, it's bound to be taken away. It's never truly secure. It's the worst strategy ever. Hey, you know what, to feel secure, to feel confident, I'm going to base it on how many people approve of me. Oh, this person liked me. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, they did it. Oh, it's up and down, fluctuates. And a good test, a challenge I would give you all after this event, is when you go home, sit down by yourself just for 10 minutes. That's it. And during those 10 minutes, no distractions, nothing, just exist. And notice how that feels. For most people, this is absolute hell. Something so simple, by the way, so simple, absolute hell. Why? Because some of this starts bubbling up into their awareness. I just can't feel at home within me. I need to distract. I need to escape. What do most people do? They come home after work immediately. It's like music, TV, phone, TikTok, scroll. Keep caressing that glass. Yeah. That's what they do. It's like that's how they live their lives. You know, you're at a restaurant, someone goes to the bathroom. Quickly. Can't be alone with myself, my thoughts. Whoa. Why do you hate yourself so much? And here it's challenge yourself. No distractions. And also no numbing. Numbing means changing how you feel about yourself through, you could say, substances, drinking, food. That's a big one. If any of you binge eat, it's like, if I eat, it changes the feeling. I don't like feeling this. Versus, no, be with it. And a final thing I'd say with this is take a perhaps more empathetic and loving approach to your dark side. Meaning, a part of you hates it, which is why you've banished it. But how does it feel about it, being banished? Hey, maybe it's not going to be pleasant sitting by yourself for 10 minutes. Maybe that part of you is going to come up and it's going to be very uncomfortable. It's going to be screaming and throwing a tantrum inside. Let it. Hey, if you were banished for however old you are, and you're finally, it's like, hey, you can come out of the little basement door for a little bit, you might also throw a tantrum. And then it's listening to it, feeling it, staying with it, redeveloping trust with it, and realizing once more that in terms of being good enough, you were never not good enough. It was all a lie, an illusion. And really reflect on what it even means to be good enough. If there's a reason to be good enough, then you're not good enough without that reason. Back to the 50%, 100%. If right now I ask you, like, hey everyone, why are you worthy? Why are you good enough? What's your reason?
No reason.
He's like basking, and he's like, yeah. No, but think about it. Like if someone were to ask you, why are you good enough? There's only one answer. What is it? Why are you good enough? Just 'cause. Yep, because I am, just 'cause. If you notice your mind, though, go through a list. Well, you know what? I'm good enough because I went through a lot of tough times in life, and I survived those tough times. Ooh, that's not good. You know what? I am good enough because I help a lot of people. Ooh, that's not good either. Oh, I'm good enough because, I always try to offer value, and I read a lot of books, and, I'm just a very kind and loving person. Ooh, that's not good either. Are you good enough if you're not a kind person? Yes. Are you good enough if you help no one? Yes. You are good enough regardless. If there's a reason, once more, you're not good enough without the reason. It's the whole compensating pattern. Now, does that mean don't help people? Of course not. But here's what you'll realize. If you're trying to help people to increase your worth, not good. For real. Because it also keep reinforcing, like, I'm not good enough. I need to compensate. I need to help more people, compensating for all this defect stuff in me. What you'll realize is that actually by doing this work and becoming whole, or realizing you were always whole, letting go of the lies, you will feel so good within. What happens when you feel so good and so fulfilled within? What makes it better?
You want to shine without.
Bingo. If you have all the presents in the world, none of you can give me any presents. I have them all. What makes me happier? What would give me that little boost, a bonus boost? Not that enhances, giving. That feeling of giving a present. And that's also the big shift. Most people, I need the present, I need the present, I need it. No, you don't. Give. So, briefly explained, but really take this with you. Do that challenge. Think of all the requirements. That's signs of things to let go of, not find yourself in. Be willing to face those inner demons and realize that confidence doesn't come from self-improvement. It doesn't come from enhancing yourself. It's letting go of the lie, I am not enhanced. I need to be enhanced to begin with. Because every time you try to be good enough, you reinforce you're not.
Now, what you just watched here is just a small piece of a larger system and process. So what you want to do now is click this video here to see exactly what I'm talking about and how it all fits together.